to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a first impressions test of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation and the new Photo Focus Concealer. I haven't actually tried either and I'm super excited to test them out. I am also going to be testing out the Casey Holmes and Physicians Formula Butter Collection. I wasn't going to bother to do a review for this, but I see that it is back in stock on shoppersdrugmart.com for $17.99, so it really is a great value. And if you get a chance to pick it up, I highly recommend it. I already went ahead and used the No Problem primer by Touch and Soul, which is one of my favorite primers. I got it in BoxyCharm a few months ago, and it's been a go-to, and I think it's always fair to test a foundation for the first time with a primer that you already trust. So, there is, I already knew, I was well aware that there was going to be a smell with this because I was told that when I bought it, but it's not that overpowering. I really enjoy Wet n Wild products because I think it's so wonderful that it's a company that's so affordable, but cruelty-free. And I used to think of it more as like teenage makeup and stuff, but they've really grown their collection, and I feel like you can find something no matter what you're looking for with Wet n Wild now. So far, I am really liking the way this foundation is applying. I am going to add a second layer just to build up the coverage because I do like full coverage because I just like full coverage. That should probably be more than enough. Where I'm at so far with the foundation, I'm really impressed with how this foundation actually applied. It really just went right into my skin. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. I'm impressed. I hope it wears well. Now, what I was really excited for is to test out the new Photo Focus Concealer. I bought the shade 835 Fair Neutral, and my foundation is in Soft Ivory. Has just like a little doe tip applicator. This is actually a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, which might be good or might be really bad. I'm having mixed feelings about the concealer because I think the coverage might be good or maybe not. No. So this eye has the concealer under the eye and this eye doesn't yet. I mean, I guess it does look more even, but I don't think I'm nearly as impressed with the concealer as I am with the foundation. It dries really, really quickly, so you have to work very fast with it. Don't do both eyes and then go back to blend it in, because I think it'll be fully dried and you won't be able to get it to budge. But I'm not mad at it. It's just not blowing my mind. But I don't know, because maybe it's better than I think it is. It is buildable, so like I definitely have to give it that. Like, that's very convenient. So the coverage is definitely there. I wouldn't say it's a super, super full coverage concealer, but it's definitely like a medium coverage concealer. Okay, so now that I set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder, I definitely still really like the foundation, and I do like the concealer, but it's definitely not like my favorite. And I only say that because I can definitely see some creasing in there already, and I haven't even had it on for 5 minutes yet, so that can't be a good sign of what's to come. I want to go ahead and do a quick little look with the Casey Holmes Butter Collection with Physicians Formula. I've already honestly filmed a video doing this twice, but since it wasn't available anymore, I didn't think I was going to bother to post it. But now that you can buy it again, just want to do something fast, so I figured this would be a great video to include it in. So in here for a bronzer, you have the Deep Bronzer, Butter Bronzer, the Copper Cabana Butter Blush, the Just Beachy Butter Highlighter, and then you have 4 of the Butter Eyeshadows in Do Not Disturb, No Filter, Tropic Like It's Hot, and Pom Poms. And then there is the lip butter, which is the Muro Muro Butter Lip Cream in Pop the Bubbly. And it came with this little bottle of perfume, which is in Butter Paradise. And this smells great, honestly. Like, it smells like beach and tanning. And I really like this. I already know, because like I said, this is the 3rd time that I have played with this palette, I don't like this lip product, and I won't be using it today because it's just not for me. I don't like glossy products, and it's really moisturizing feeling, and it's nice, but it's just really glossy, and I like matte stuff only on my lips. I really like these 3 shadows, the first 3, but this Pom Poms just doesn't have the payoff I'm looking for. So I won't be using that today either. And the Deep Bronzer is nice, but it's a little bit too orange for me, but I have the regular Butter Bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and use that instead of the Deep Bronzer. Might use the Deep Bronzer on my eyes. First, I'm just going to go into the Butter Bronzer with a nice fluffy brush and just warm up my face. Not looking for anything really dramatic in any way, shape, or form. To be honest, I am going to probably take this off pretty soon and go to bed. So, I have 2 children, so I can only get a chance to film whenever it happens. I'll try not to block out the camera with my mirror, but I don't mean to. Now I'm going to take the same brush and just go into the Copacabana blush. This one is pretty pigmented, so light-handed, gentle strokes. I think it has like a very nice wash of color without being like overwhelming pink or anything. I'm really pale. Next, I'm just gonna go into the Butter Highlight, which is in Just Beachy, and I do really like this one. It's not super blinding, but it's there, and it's pretty. And it's nice for every day, which is what I'm looking for. To go ahead and get into the eyeshadows. First, I'm just going to set the lid with Do Not Disturb. I didn't use an eyeshadow primer the last time I used these colors, and they all worked great except that green one. So, I don't always use an eyeshadow primer if the payoff's already there with the shadows and they're blendable. So for this one, I don't think it's necessary, but I'm also probably going to fast forward through a lot of this because, once again, you don't need to see me blend in this much. One thing I do find to be like super interesting with the eyeshadows is, like, if you look in here, you can see that maybe you can see that there's quite a bit of kick up in the pans, but I don't have a lot of fallout on my face. So I don't mind if there's kick up in the pans as long as it doesn't fall out under my eyes. So this is fine with me. I'm going to use the deep bronzer in my crease. Okay, so now that I have the deep bronzer in my crease, I'm going to start to build it up with no filter with a different brush. A little bit. This brush is just slightly larger than the brush I used before. So, do you use an eyeshadow primer all the time, or do you just use an eyeshadow primer when the product calls for an eyeshadow primer? Should I just use an eyeshadow primer all the time? Or, I don't really know. I just don't think it's necessary, and I feel like I already have enough steps in my makeup that I don't need to add anything unnecessary. Now I'm going to take Tropic Like It's Hot and just go over the lid with it. I'm just gonna go under the brow with just Beachy for a highlight. And maybe throw a tad of just Beachy in the inner corner. And then I just want to run just across the lower lash line with a little bit of a deep bronzer. So now I am just going to go ahead and finish off my eyes and brows off camera, and then I will be back to tell you my final thoughts on all of the items. Okay, so now that I have on brows and the rest of my face, my final impressions of all the new products today are, I'm really impressed by the foundation. The foundation really doesn't feel like I have foundation on, and the smell's completely gone. It kind of smelled like paint thinner, I guess, might be, something like that, but it's gone now, so I'm very impressed with the foundation. It went into my skin well, my pores don't look that bad. Impressed for $7.99, impressed. I have mixed feelings about the concealer. Like, it's far from the worst concealer I've ever tried, but it's not the best either. There's definitely quite a bit of creasing under my eye. I don't know if I can get my camera to focus on it, no. But there's, trust me, quite a bit of creasing under my eye. It's not so much that, like, I wouldn't go out like this or anything, but it's enough that I would notice. For the Physicians Formula Butter Collection, like I said, the deep bronzer is just like a shade too orange for me, but it works as a great matte eyeshadow. I like the blush. It's a nice rosy blush, but it's very buildable and light, and the butter highlight is really beautiful. Like I said, it's not blinding, but it's there. I still like all three of these eyeshadows. I don't like this one. It doesn't even swatch nicely. So, I don't know what is wrong with that one, but the rest of them are great. The matte ones, all great. The lip butter is just like, I can't really judge that one because it's just not a formula I'll use. It's not bad, but it's not something I'm reaching for. It's something that I'll gift to one of my friends. And the perfume itself is just wonderful. So, yeah. If you like Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes, definitely grab this. I know right now it was on at Shoppers Drug Mart online for $17.99 Canadian. That's also where I bought the foundation and the concealer for $7.99 for the foundation, and I think $5.99 Canadian for the concealer. If you want to enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to stay around for new content. I have a bunch of exciting videos planned, and I would love for you to stick around. Have a great day. Bye.